very much, guys. After a very long day, now KT Roaster picked up a win up against Hana Life Esports. Let's hear from TusiN Smeb from the KT Roaster. Congratulations on the win. It was a very long series. How are you feeling, guys? TusiN? I was playing so bad, so I just want to say thank you to all the players who have been performing really well. I think I have to get better. Well, Pon said he did underperform in game number 3. What about you, Smeb? Recently, well, I mean, we were so close, but we lost those games. So I really wanted that today we can have a better result. So I'm really happy that we were able to get a win after a very close series. So KT Roaster got some roster change for the top side of the map. What was the reason for that? Well, I'm a player, so I don't have the full context of the roster swap, but me and Balang and Yukal, we've been performing really well on the Korean solo queues, so I think that's one of the reasons why. And Balang, yeah, it's been a while since he got the win. What did he say after the whole series? He doesn't really talk much, but I think he was being a little bit happy. Well, I mean, Balang had his first match win after 3 years. He was super happy. He looked really proud of himself. Let's go back to game number 1. Well, Hana Life had a very one-sided victory, but you guys stick to the Graves jungle pick. What kind of feedback did you guys have after losing the first game? We lost because we made mistakes, so we thought that we couldn't make the best value out of our comps, so we believe that if we get rid of the mistakes, we can get the better results. Let's talk about the draft first. For TusiN, you guys, we saw a lot of Caitlyn and Bard trade coming in for a very early phase of the pick and ban. Was the Bard the key pick for today's series? I think Bard is on the top of the tier list. And also, in a team games, like competitive matches, it's really hard to play into Bard, so that was the main reason. You used your Bard ultimate whenever it was up. So do you think you have to hold on to the best timing, or do you have to use it whenever it's available? I mean, I think I used it whenever I saw the multiple ults angle, and also Bard ult, the cooldown is really short, so you don't really have to hold it on for so long. I have a question over to Smeb. Balang played Ignite Graves for 3 games in a row. What was the reason for that? So me and Balang are playing duo ranks a lot, and he is really good at playing Graves like the LPL players. So this time around, we went with a very aggressive style with that Ignite. And Smeb, this was your first Lucian here in the LCK. You also performed really well. Well, while playing solo queue recently, I kind of recovered my confidence. So I think, yeah, now I can pick some of the aggressive picks like Lucian. And I was really happy that I was able to execute it and pilot it really well in game. So, KT Roaster, your comp was not that simple, so what was the best strategy under that comp? As I locked in Lucian, I was trying to exert a lot of pressure, around the side lanes, especially in game number 3. We wanted to utilize the mobility of Twisted Fate and Bard. So that was the focal point of that game. Bard in game 3 was getting a lot of deaths during the laning phase. I think that was one of the worrisome moments for KT Roaster. What did the players say? Well, I mean, my teammates were saying it's okay, but it was not okay because I died because I played bad. And I could survive some of the moments, but it was solely because of my misplay. So because I made a lot of mistakes, I thought that I have to pay if I mean I have to perform better for my teammates in the later phase.
상황이 유불리했다. 어떻게 판단하셨어요?
How did the players see the whole situation in that game?
제가 죽은 거 빼고는 엄청
Outside of my stats, well, I didn't really think that our team was behind. We had a really good comp and we had a very strong late game power spike as well.
상대의 싸움을 받아치면서 교전이 많아진 건지 아니면
So we saw a lot of fights coming out, and was that your intention to open many fights, or were you guys just taking the fights that Hana Life was opening? We had a very high mobility comp, so when we could outnumber the opponents, we wanted to like open some fights when the opponents cannot really react to it.
네, 그리고 스맵 선수한테 질문하고 싶은데
And Smeb.
처음
Han has a question over to Smeb, and when you first rejoined KT Roaster, you were not at your best form, but now you are stepping up. What was the motivation for that? When I was having a time off during the spring split, I couldn't really concentrate and I didn't have the ideal surroundings to focus on practicing. So as I joined the team coming into the summer split, I had better environments to practice. So you're the ace of KT Roaster, the shy here in the LCK. TusiN, what do you think about those comments? I mean, Smeb, our multi-role player here in the KT Roaster, he's doing a great job. And I mean, he's always reliable. I hope he can keep up the great work.
알겠습니다. 진심이 전해집니다. 네, 사실 이제 플레이오프 막차를 탑승하기 위해서는
In order to secure the final ticket of the playoffs, you have to win all the remaining series and also wish the best luck of the situation, and your next opponent will be Genji.
저는 이 경기로 절대 못 이길 것 같아서
Well,
더 잘해야 될 것 같고.
I mean, with this performance and our form, it's gonna be really hard to get a win, so we have to really improve our performance. What about you, the ace of KT Roaster? Well, I think my form during the scrims was really good, but in game, in competitive matches, I kind of make a lot of easy mistakes, so I was losing some of my confidence, but with this victory, I hope I can rebuild my confidence. And I think with this kind of momentum, I think we can take down Genji. Wish you the best of luck and improvement on your form. And this will be the end of the interview with TusiN Smeb from KT Roaster taking down Hana Life Esports with